Good morning, friend. So, chapter number 2, revision, that is polynomial. In last lecture, we have completed chapter number 1, that is real number. So, today we are discussing related with the subjective topic. So, in subjective, we have to discuss about the basic concept related to polynomial. So, already we know that poly means many. Poly means many. And nomial means term. Many term. We can say polynomial. So today we want to discuss related the polynomial and so first question is related the express the following are polynomial in one variable and which are not. State the reason. So polynomial generally we are writing it like that ax square plus bx plus c. So it's a one variable polynomial with power 2. We can write ax plus b. It is polynomial with one variable power 1. So question is already in MCQ base we have discussed the power must be non-negative integer. Power must be non-negative integer. If it is non-negative integer, then we can say it is a polynomial. So here we have said that answer is yes. Again here we can say answer is yes. But here t is in form of under root. So we can say no, it is not under the polynomial. Why? Because the power is, if I will convert into 3, t the power 1 by 2 plus t or under root 2. So here it is in form of fraction. So polynomial we can in power of any polynomial we cannot write in form of fraction. Then we can say it is not a polynomial. So first question is too much easy. Now in second question we write the coefficient of x square. So we have to see that where are the x square. So here x square is there. Again here x square. Here x square and here there is no x square. So if you will see that whenever you want to discuss about the coefficient, what is the meaning of it? So first of all, we have to discuss about the coefficient. So in coefficient, what is our target there? The number phi x square is there. Then phi is called the numerical coefficient of x square. Phi is called numerical coefficient of x square. So question number 2. First, here any number is not given, so we can say that 1 is coefficient of x square. In second, we can say minus 1 is coefficient of x square. And in third, we can say pi by 2. Pi by 2 is a coefficient of x square. Why? In fourth term there is no x square term. So we can say 0. Coefficient of x square is 0 in question number 4. Now write the degree. So what first of all, what is the meaning of degree? Highest power. Highest power in given polynomial. Given polynomial. Highest power in given polynomial. So if you will see the question number 1, 5 x the power 3 plus 4x squared plus 7x. So here power is 3. So we can say degree of the given polynomial is 3. Same thing if we go for second question. Here power is 2. So in second question we can say that 4 minus y square. So degree is 2. In 3, 5t is there, but t the power nothing, so we can say 1. So in 5t, 5t minus root 7. So here degree is 1. In fourth term, it is a constant term, it is called. So when constant term is there, always degree is 0. Constant term with variable x and a power 0, we can say. Always remember, write the degree of each of the following. When constant term is there, we have to write that the degree of the constant term is always 0. So question number 1, 2 and 3 we have completed. Now we go for question number 4. X square. Classify the linear, quadric and cubic. So first of all, I have write the standard, that is for linear, standard formula or standard form, that is for quadric and cubic. So that is ax plus b, ax square plus bx plus c, and ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. So cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So now you will see that in question number 1, x square plus x. So power is 2. So linear, quadric and power, you have to write here power. Power 1, power 2 and power 3. So if you will see here power 2 is there. So we can say it is a quadric. Second, here power 3 is there. So in second, we can say it is a cubic. And in third, that is power 2. So again we can say quadric. In fourth, that is 1 plus x. 1 plus x means linear. In fifth also, it is also linear. Why? Because if you will see, question is in form of 3t. So only power with variable t and power is 1. Sixth, r square. So again power 2. So we can say quadric. Here 7x cube. So we can say it is cubic. So all questions with related only degree of the power. Classify the following in a linear, quadric or cubic polynomial. We have to find out by power 1, that is example ax plus b, power 2 ax square plus bx plus c, power 3 that is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So power we have to see maximum. When maximum power is 1, we can say. So in fourth, if you will see, that is a linear because it has 1 power. In fifth, again it is a 1 power, so we can say linear. Now blank. Filling the blank. The degree of non-zero constant polynomial. The degree of non-zero constant polynomial. So already we have discussed that. If your question is now question is non-zero constant polynomial. So if I will write one first polynomial 3x plus 5. So 5 is called constant term. Now degree of it, that is if I write the variable 0 with degrees, variable x with degree 0. So that is called degree of non-zero constant polynomial. So 0, always remember 0. If you will see that with example 3x plus 5x the power 0. So here it is a constant term, but variable is x with degree 0. Polynomial having 3 terms. So we can say trinomial. Polynomial of degree 2. Again, here degree 2, then we can say it is a quadratic. Polynomial of degree in linear polynomial, the degree is always 1. So that already we have discussed in the early question. Now, find the value of the polynomial. So question is find value of the polynomial. So I think 1, 2 and 3 questions are there. Out of 3 I have to explain 1. So how we can explain first, or I am writing it here first. Question we have to write, that is p of x. P means polynomial, x means variable. So we have to write p of x is equal to 5x minus 4x square plus 3. Now what I have to do, I have to put value of x is equal to 0. Value of x is equal to 0. So p of 0, that is 5 into 0 minus 4 into 0 square plus 3. So answer is plus 3. Always remember that when polynomial, if I want to find out the value related with x equal to 0, constant term is always answer. That is a concept. When polynomial is given in any form, but the constant term, that is your answer. So 3 is the correct answer. Same thing if I will put x equal to minus 1, x equal to 2. So now second sum I am doing. What I have to put, x equal to minus 1. So p of minus 1 is equal to 5 into minus 1 minus 4 into minus 1 square plus 3. So here minus 5 minus 1 square is 1. So 1 into 4, that is minus 4 plus 3. So minus 9 plus 3, that is minus 6. So these are all the solutions that you have to write in your assignment book, because already first chapter we have completed. You have to write the second chapter, question number 6. So you have to find out the values. So out of 3, already 2 sums I have completed. Now same thing is question number 7. If you read it properly, find the value of at x equal to 1, x equal to 0 and x equal to minus 1. So 0 we have completed, minus we have, now we want to discuss about the x equal to 1. So p of x first we have to write. P of x is equal to 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 2. Now 5 value of x, that is 1 whole the power 3 minus 2 1 whole the power 2 plus 3 into 1 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 plus 3 minus 2. We have to write the coefficient. When value of x is there, if I want to find out value of x is equal to 1 in any polynomial, just write the coefficient of it. So I am writing the coefficient, that is 5 minus 2 plus 3 and minus 2. So 5 plus 3, that is 8 minus 4 equal to 4. So value of p of x for the given polynomial, that is 4. So question number 7 we have completed also. Now question number, find the remainder. So to find out the remainder, it is divided by x minus a. So x minus a is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to a. I have to put x equal to a. So p of x is equal to x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a. Now I have to put a value, that is x cube. So a cube minus a into a square plus 6a minus a. So a cube minus a cube plus 5, because these are of the like term. So here we can get cancel. So answer is 5. It may be asked in form of MCQ also. Again, what I have to divide it by? X minus a. It should be you can do it by long divisible method also, or we can find out remainder directly by x minus a. It is called remainder theorem. X minus a is equal to 0, therefore x equal to a. Now question number 9. Find the value if x minus 1 is a factor of each of the following. Find the value of k. So now unknown value we have to find out. So question number 9. X minus 1 is a factor. X minus 1 is a factor of p of x. Therefore, x minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 1. When any factor, if it is a polynomial, it's a factor of the given p of x, the value, if I will put, always get answer 0. That is why x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x equal to 1. Now p of x is equal to x square plus x plus k. I have to find out the value of k. So p of 1 is equal to 1 square plus 1 plus k is equal to 0. So 1 square is 1, 1 plus 1, that is 2 plus k is equal to 0. Therefore, k is equal to minus 2. So that is how we can find out the unknown value k in the given question. What we have to do, just put value x equal to 1 in a given polynomial. You will get value. That is now question number 2. I am trying it here. Again I have to put p of 1. So 2 into 1 square k into 1 plus root 2. So 1 square is again 1 into 2. So 2 plus k plus root 2. So k is equal to minus root 2 minus 2. So two sums I have explained how to find out the value of k if x minus 1 is a given factor of polynomial. Now question number 10. Factorize. Already we have discussed in class that 12x squared minus 7x plus 1. So first of all I have to multiply 12 with 1. 12 into 1, that is 12. Now factor of 12, that is 1 into 12, 2 into 6 and 3 into 4. So 3 4s are 12. So I have to write it here 12x squared minus 3x minus 4x plus 1. So if I will make outside 3x, then bracket 4x minus 1. When no common term is there, we have to make minus 1 outside. So again I have to write 4x minus 1. Simple concept is bracket should be twice. 4x minus 1, 4x, it should be same. So 4x minus 1 we have to take common outside and 3x minus 1. So So always quadratic polynomial it has two zeros. That is why 4x minus 1 and 3x minus 1. Again here 2 with 3, 3 2s are 6. So factor of 6, that is 6 1s are. So 6x plus 1x plus 3. 2x common. So x plus 3 plus 1 common, x plus 3. So 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. So 3 2s are 6, factor of 6, that is 6 1s are 6. Same question number, if you will see 3, 6 6 are 36. I have to make a prime factor of it. So 36 prime factor, that is 1 into 36. 2 into 18, 3 into 12, it's a pair or we can say basket factor. 4 into 9 and 6 into 6. So these are all the basket factor. Now I have to get answer. We want to get plus 5. So this pair is suitable. That is 9 minus 4. That is 5. So first I have this sum, then again we have to do it here. So 4 and 9. So 6x square plus 9x minus 4x minus 6. So 3x is common. So 2x plus 3 minus 2 common. 2x plus 3. So that is 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 3. So always 2 factor. So only one sum now remain, that is 3x square minus x square minus 4. Oh. So 4 3s are 12 and factor of 12. So 4 3s are 12, factor of 12, that is 3 into 4. 4 3s are 12, 4 minus 3, that is 1. So it is easy. Now we go for next. Okay. So suitable identities we have to use. So in chapter number 2 there are many 39 or 11 identities are there. We are discussing about x. So x plus a, x plus b. It's a one type of identity. So we can get answer x square, a plus b, x plus a into b. So whole sums are related with this type of identities. So if you will see x plus a, x plus 10. So I am writing it here x plus 4, x plus 10. So in first we can get x square plus a plus b, that is here it is a, here it is b. So a plus b, that is 10 plus 4, 14x plus a into b. So I have to multiply 4 into 10, that is 14. So these are all the too much easy sum. Same thing we have to do in question number, that is first. Now question number 2. Again x plus 8, x minus 10. Same identity we have to use. So x square, a plus b. So here it is a, here it is b. So a plus b, but plus 8 minus 10. So plus 8 minus 10. Outside bracket x into a into b. So 8 into 10, that is minus 18. So x square minus 2x minus 18. So plus 8 minus 10, that is minus 2. A into b, that is 8 into minus 10, that is minus 18. Now third. Again here instead of x we are using 3x. So 3x plus 4 and 3x minus 5. So here x square, so I have to write 3x whole to square. A plus b means plus 4 minus 5. In bracket outside we have to write 3x. Instead of x we have to write 3x and plus 4 into minus 5. So 9x square minus 3x minus 20. All are textual based sum. You can see the answer in the text. 9x square minus 3x minus 20. So mostly question number 11, 3 sums I have completed. Now appropriate again identities are there. So one more identity I am writing, x square plus 2xy plus y square. Then answer is x plus y whole to square. So 3x whole to square, 2 into identity 3x into y plus y square. So from here we have to write 3x, from here we have to write y, from middle term we have to write plus and whole to square. So that is a perfect square identity. That is x square plus 2xy plus y square. Same 4y square minus 4y plus 1. So again that is 2y whole to square. So 2y whole to square minus 2 into 2y into 1 plus 1 square. So 2y minus 1 whole to square. And the third identity we are using, that is x square minus y square is there. Then I have to write x plus y, x minus y, x plus y, x minus y. So x whole to square, y by 10 whole to square. So x minus y upon 10 and x plus y upon 10. So that way we are doing question number 11 and 12. Now all four sum again identity base. So I am writing the identity just and try it yourself. So a plus b plus c whole to square. So a plus b plus c whole to square. How to remember this identity? So what I have to do first, write the square of all term or each term. So I will write the first square of each term. Then again plus. Now formula, that is here it is 2. So I have to write 2 into first term and second term. So that is a into b. Again write 2 from here. Now second term and third term, that is b into c. Again write 2 with third term and first term, that is to c. So this is the identity we are using question number 13. So I think x plus 2y plus 4z whole to square you can write by this way. And 2x minus y minus z whole to square. So that I am completed here or explained. So we have to write the square of it first. So 2x whole to square plus minus y whole to square plus minus, it is z not a 2. So z square plus 2 into 2x into minus y plus 2 into b into c minus y into minus z plus 2 into c into a, so minus z into 2x. So that is 4x square plus y square plus z square minus 2 to the 4xy minus minus plus, so 2yz minus 2 to the 4 to the 8x. So always remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 terms are there, that we have to remember. Again 15th question is also same. So you have to do it by expansion. 16 is also same. Only 17th sum that I have to explain, that is cube formula. So I am writing the cube formula. A plus B whole to cube, that is A cube plus B cube plus 3AB A plus B. That is the identity. Now question is 3A plus 4B whole to cube. So that is 3A whole to cube, 4B whole to cube plus 3 into 3A into 4B. In bracket I have to write 3A plus 4B. Now if I open the bracket, then 3 cube is 27A cube, 4 cube is 64B cube. Now multiply with 3 3s are 9, 9 4s are 36AB and 3A plus 4B. So first term we have to put as it is, plus 64B cube plus 36 into 3, that is 108, 108A square B, and 36 into 4, that is 144 AB square. So question number 17, there are two questions are there. I am extending one, that is 3A plus 4B whole to cube. Same thing you can do this 5P minus 3Q whole to cube.